Hi, welcome to Universal Interiors. I'm Leslie Engelstead, and I am very grateful that I get a chance to share with y'all whatever kind of stirs in my heart, whatever is kind of set there. I always kind of feel, and especially grateful for hearing from you all, because I know that what kind of God brings up is some things that everybody kind of wrestles with or thinks about. So again, thank you for tuning in. Today, what I was kind of thinking a lot about was this time of year, I just got out of my high school, and it is said goodbye to my son's senior year. And because of that, a lot of change is going on. And it's good, it's all very good, but we all, no matter what and where we are in our walk of life, young, middle, or old, we have those seasons of change. And with that, a lot of times we can kind of get out of balance. We can get out of balance even if you're in a routine. But if you kind of get used to something and it's going along one way and something just hits you, you can definitely find yourself tilting one way or another. And so I came across this book, and it's called Courage for the Daily Living. And in one of the chapters was out of balance. And I said, oh, that certainly is something that I have wrestled with. Thankfully, I kind of feel good right where I'm at today. But my yesterdays, some of those were out of balance. And sometimes it's just because a person works a lot, or there's just so much to do on that to-do list that you can't ever seem to get done. That might still be true of me, but all of that plays, right? And then you kind of go into that anxious worry place, and it does nobody good. No, it never has, never will, because worry kind of takes over, and it kind of makes you think you can drive the seat. And that worry and anxiousness kind of comes up, and it really is a killer. It really does. It destroys joy, and above all, that's what my recipe for living out life to the full is, that of joy. So worry, I read this little bit. I worry I seem to add more things to already full schedule. I'm going to add pressure and expectations to stuff that hasn't even happened yet. When I worry, I subtract God's presence from the crisis, from what's going on. Instead, I start to worry, and that multiplies my problems and then inserts my own solutions too quickly. With that, fears multiply, goes in my imagination. When I worry, I divide my life into something that shouldn't be. And I think that is true of most of us, because we might go around every day with a little bit of that. Sometimes I hear, let's say from my mother-in-law, I was just born a worrier. And I've never really appreciated that about her and challenged her plenty times over. But it starts to eat away, and you see that. It slows us down in life because we're consumed. And that's not good for us. We need to stay out of that in order to walk the purpose out in our life. There's a number of things that you can do to pull your balance back in. Quiet time. Oh my goodness, if you can go to your Creator, above all, please do. He loves to hear from His kids, even if you haven't talked to Him for 40 years, or if you never have, or 4 years, or even 4 days. He can't wait to hear from you. You see, He's your Father, right? And we're His kids. And if you're a parent out there, you know how incredible it feels when your kiddo comes to you. Well, that's what He wants us to do, and those worries and those anxieties kind of start to creep in there. I loved what I found in this little book. It says, Courage for the Common Hours. These are simple stress reducers. Go to bed and get up on time. Does that seem simple? Yep. A lot of us mess with that a lot. It's not saying that some of those lifestyles you might stay up really late and sleep in. Great. But give yourself a good 7, 8, 9 hours in there of sleep and say, oh, I just can't. I never have. Well, you know what? Ask. Ask for some help with that. Just do. Turn off the stimulants at nighttime. Read a book. Help you to unwind. Grab a piece of paper, have it sitting by your bed, so when something comes up, those worries try to sneak back and those anxious thoughts come and try to get you out of balance, write them down and say, hey, can you take these for me, God? Try it. He does. He can't wait to take them off your chest, because honestly, we can't do much about a lot of the stuff that comes across us. Another thing is separate your worries from your concerns. You can make lists. You can do that. Try to unclutter your life. Get yourself organized. Talking to myself firsthand here. But do try to take some time to be alone. Find a place to just rest and pause. Even in the craziest of schedules, We really need to pause. We just do. It's so, so good for you. We are challenged often to get maybe such a full schedule and I don't have time to talk to anybody, or all I have to do is just talk to somebody to get this off. So it's, again, coming back to the key words today of the balance. Try to find that place that you know that you are being helped or that someone else is helping you, but never put so much into another friend that because they can't lift you up, then you can't seem to rise up. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Been married almost 38 years, best friend, amazing man, but I certainly learned a long time ago that he's not going to ever be the lifter always, because he's too busy with his little good, right? We all got him. We put all that time into raising our kids. If you do that too much, we want them to grow up and get out. So then all of a sudden people say that empty nesters. In fact, as I was speaking, my kiddo graduated from high school. And so often people are saying, oh, are you just feeling it? Is it just terrible? What are you going to do? And thankfully, God's enough in my life, top of the line in the list, that he's going to give me plenty to do. I'm a pretty busy person. I find things to do. Maybe if I'm talking to you today and you do have and you carry with you those worry and anxiety, you tend to go that way and you don't have that much that drives your life from work or relationships. Ask again. Ask. God can't wait to supply his kids here on earth with hooking up with another friend or a nursing home, honestly, a hospital hall. Go, ask to volunteer if you don't need the money, or realize if you need a little bit, go be a greeter at Walmart. Do something out there so that you can get yourself back into a balance, because you know what, after all, we are created to be involved with others. Because if we don't give out all those gifts that God has placed inside of us, it's going to be a kind of a messy life. It might even look successful to some, but it's not if you're not following through with the balance. Take time for someone in your life, and if you don't have that special someone, go out and find somebody. Because I have plenty of people in my life that I don't think they do have that person that really needs an extra help because it's not comfortable. So get a little uncomfortable and find somebody and help them out of their mess, or just that kind of just maybe that hearing ear for them for a little while. But again, don't try to take over their worries and anxious, you know, and for them, but you help them just to get it off and then move on. There's a lot of good that can be done that way. It really, really is. So again, there's many things in this little book. One of them is laugh, and laugh again, and laugh a little bit more. Don't take yourself so seriously, and don't take others so seriously, okay? This is the last and latest challenge. Talk less, listen more. So those of you that know me are giggling right now, and those that watch the show might be smiling a little bit too. But please, take some time, pause, get yourself in balance, because life is beautiful, and it is truly a gift. Thanks again for tuning in and listening to us here on the show. It's an honor to do it. Thanks. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.